And welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're reacting to Green Bay Packers at Chicago Bears NFL 2025-26 wild card round, NFC wild card game on Saturday night. The Saturday night game, the second of two games today on Saturday. Both NFC games. Of course, we just had the Rams eke out a win against the Carolina Panthers. The LA Rams get the win there. They will move on. They could still play the Bears. If the Bears win and the 49ers win tomorrow, the Rams could still play the Bears when the 49ers go to Seattle to play that game. But if all the favorites, higher seeds or lower seeds win, the home teams win, then the Bears would host the Eagles. Rams would go to Seattle. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll figure that one out. Well, no, I won't be live for the 49ers game tomorrow. It's the Patriots. But we'll talk about it once it's over, once they're all over. Just like we'll review both Saturday games once this is over. And we'll have that review up within the hour, so to speak. But Packers go into Soldier Field to play the Bears, the 2 seed, Chicago Bears. Very good season for the Bears this year. Under Ben Johnson, his first season as a head coach. Caleb Williams looking like a very good quarterback this season so far. And can the Bears win at home to knock out their rival in the Green Bay Packers? If you want the Packers side of this live stream or somebody rooting for the Packers, go watch Grossi's stream. If you're here for the Bears, probably safer to be over here. Not that I'm a Bears fan, but I'm wearing a Cubs jersey, so I think that shows where I'm sitting. I picked the Bears to win this game. I don't really like the Packers. And, you know, do with that what you will. I'd be happier if the Bears won, yes. Partially my prediction, partially because I just don't like the Packers. Either way, never have. Well, you like Aaron Rodgers now. He plays for the Steelers, that's why. It's funny, I actually used to like Brett Favre, and then he stole money from the state of Mississippi. Then he was on my shit list after that. Don't steal money from my home state, you jackass, and yours. But either way. Let's leave that be. Jordan Love is back after having a concussion. First start since week 16, which I think was the last Bears game that they lost late in Chicago. That was a pretty good game itself, but either way. Let's see if this game, the Bears have came in, or I should say the Packers have came into this game limping, very much so. Leafs are beating Canucks. Vancouver stinks, not surprised. I'm just glad the Leafs are winning. Aaron is washed up. Well, as a Steelers bandwagoner, I'd have to disagree. But either way. On the Rumble side of things, we see that comment. But as a Steelers bandwagoner, because the things you do for love, yeah, I have to disagree. Love to see the Bears and Bills play. I don't think the Bills are going to make the Super Bowl, in my opinion. I think it's going to be the Patriots. I made my predictions, of course, a couple of days ago, Thursday, because of the AFCON game yesterday. Covering that instead, which that video did not do so well. Either way, surprisingly. But I picked the Bears and Patriots to make the Super Bowl. 40 years later, a Super Bowl 20 rematch. I feel like that's going to happen. Partially, I picked that with my heart, but I think that's a realistic Super Bowl as well. this season. Honestly, let's be real. I don't think there's any obvious pick. The Rams almost choked. The Bears, I like them. I think they've been good this year. Steelers, I mean, shit, they can make the Super Bowl. Broncos, Bills beat the Patriots. I don't think the Bills make it to New England. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Bills. So, if the Bills make it to New England, which, wait, even if the Texans were to win, if the Bills beat the Jags, the Bills would go play the Broncos before they play New England. And then the Steelers would play the Patriots or Texans. So, that would be AFC title game if the Bills were able to pull both off. But even if they could beat the Jags, we'll see with the Broncos, but the Bills are the 6th seed, so Broncos, Bills, if the Bills were to win. Steelers, Texans are both 4-5, so whoever won that would play the Patriots if the Patriots were to beat the Chargers. If they don't beat the Chargers, well, it doesn't matter anyway, but either way. Because if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 1, 4, 2, 3. Lowest seed plays 1. Lowest seed left plays 1. So, which is just exactly why if the 49ers were to beat the Eagles, the Bears would play the Rams. Because the Rams are the 5th seed, the San Francisco 49ers are the 6th seed, even though I think they're the better team than the Eagles, because the Eagles are just, their offense is horrible. Their offense is horrible this year. But either way, that's enough about that. Let's see how good the Leafs are doing. 3-0 Leafs. Holy Lord. Okay. I'm happy about that. 2 points from Nylander. 1 goal, 1 assist. 1 assist from Matthews. Matthias Michelli with a goal. Okay. And who is the third goal? Max Domi. Okay. Good. Nylander, Michelli, Domi. Lovely. Thanks for analysis. No problem. No problem. Just because I'm doing these NFL games in January because there's nothing else for me to do, and I got to keep my name in the algorithm on both, I guess, Rumble and YouTube. I know my stuff. There's a reason. I wouldn't do some I don't know. So. I know these videos don't do well comparatively, the NFL playoff videos. January's a month just to keep myself in the algorithm, really. It's a sink. The content I do in January doesn't get the views that I think it deserves, but that's life. Because even with the new MLS schedule and the new CONCACAF schedule, it's still January would still be mostly NFL playoffs and keep name and algorithm content. Sometimes hockey. What about a Leafs game? Well, they're actually playing well now. Maybe I'll push one in there somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. Oh no, we'll see. Let's see. What games do we have this month that I could do while I'm at it? So, January 12th, Steelers, Texans. Tuesday, I got a prediction video. Thursday, I'm going to the melting pot, so no. January 17th, Canada / some NFL playoffs, whatever happens there. Monday, January 19th, National Championship. January 21st, maybe a belated birthday match after doing a birthday stream. I don't think I'm doing anything on the 21st. I don't. Maybe. Maybe Red Wings, Maple Leafs. Maybe. Could be interesting. 23rd Friday. Prediction video, I think. So, no. 25, 27, 29, 31st. I don't want to do the Avs game. That would be crazy. I don't like our chances there. That would, either way. Golden Knights, we'll see. Avs. Sabres, that'll show if we're real or not, to be fair. Seattle Kraken, that could be a game. 31st, I think the Royal Rumble's the 31st, so hell no. Well, let me check the schedule. Maybe I'll try to just stick a Leafs game in there. Probably the 21st, the day after my birthday. So a birthday show on my birthday night after the national championship, flanked by the national championship, like ending hours for my birthday. And then the day after the Leafs game. That sounds like the best idea, but I have to check the schedule. Either way, the Bears-Packers game's about to start. Jordan Love back for the Packers. Let's see how he comes back after his concussion. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Jordan Love was 8 for 13 in the last Packers-Bears game when he got his concussion. And there was a fight, or jawing, I should say. I wouldn't say much of a fight, but definitely both teams were stepping up to each other and jawing at each other before the game, which, I mean, of course, it's the Packers and Bears. It's honestly, well, no. Definitely the biggest rivalry in the NFC. It's either Steelers. I'm gonna be real. There's two rivalries in the NFL that I know are real. That I would say is some real-ish. Bears, Packers, Steelers, Ravens. I hate the Jets, but is Jets, Patriots a real rivalry? No. No, it's not. Like, it's a rivalry as in they're division rivals. They hate each other, but the Jets suck. Like, yeah, they may get one on the Patriots when they're good, and they barely got any when we sucked. Either way. Bears or Bills? I have a soft spot for the Bills. I don't have a problem with them, really. I hate the Miami Dolphins, but I'm not a freaking boomer. It was more of a rivalry back then when Squish the Fish was a thing. So, do with that what you will. And it's kicked off by McManus, and it's going to be caught and returned by the Bears. Oh, they tried to do a lateral there, but it didn't come off. Kept the ball and got to the 30. Here comes Caleb Williams to begin the game. Bears get the ball to start. Packers will get the ball at the half, at the third quarter. Caleb Williams, 3,942 passing yards for the Bears, the best season passing yards-wise when it comes to the Chicago Bears. 27 touchdowns, 7 picks for Caleb Williams. Very good season for him. 27-yard return for Duvernay, and they start past the 30 at the 32-yard line. Williams hands off the ball, and it's 2 yards for the Bears. DeAndre Swift gets a yard. And plus, but 2 and 9. 2nd and 9. Edrin Cooper made the tackle there. 2nd and 9. DeAndre Swift, the former Philadelphia Eagle, now on the Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams takes a snap, standing in the shotgun, takes a snap, quick throw, and it is caught, and it will be a 3rd down. DJ Moore picks up 6 yards. It'll be a 3rd and 3. No points on the last 9 opening drives for the Chicago Bears. 6 punts, 3 turnover on downs when it comes to the team so far. 3rd and 3, 13:48 in the first quarter. Still in the shotgun is Caleb Williams. Loveland motions in. Here comes the snap. Williams throws short, caught, first down. First down for the Bears. They gain the 3 yards. Luther Burden III, the former Mizzou Tiger, gets the catch there, gets 5 yards. Needed 3, got 5. Good short pass, a hitch, and caught by Burden. 1st and 10. So that is a first down for the Bears. Can they keep on pushing? 6 yards away from midfield. Motion on the line. Snap taken. Williams has time, throws, and over the head of Loveland. Over the head of Loveland, 2nd and 10. 12:49 first quarter. That was a little bit too much on the throw, I gotta say. 2nd and 10. At the 44-yard line. Snap taken in the shotgun, handed off. Gets about 3 on that run. 3rd down for the Bears. DeAndre Swift, 2-yard run. Third and 8. See how close the Bears get to the line. 3rd and 8. Snap taken, pressure, and that's going to go to the outside, and that will be a first down for Burden. Yards after catch. Thrown to him behind the line. He makes it a 12-yard reception. Makes it a 12-yard reception, Luther Burden. First down. All right. That was a questionable play, but he got enough blocks to get past the sticks. And they will hand it off on this play, and there's room to run. DeAndre Swift picks up 9. 2nd down. Eight yards, says ESPN. 11:22 left the first quarter. DeAndre Swift this season, 1,087 yards, 9 touchdowns, rushing, 223 rushes, 4.9 yards per rush. So, 34 yards, 7 plays, 4-minute drive for the Bears. Snap taken. Swift flips it back. Will they go? Komet. First down. Maybe not. How we doing, Liam? How we doing, Liam? How we doing, D. Steph? How we doing? How we doing? Shout out, shout out. That's an, I don't know. It's 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. I don't think Komet got it all. 3rd and inches. Under the center. Motion on the line. And that's a first down to the 25. Patriots. Patriots over Bears. Patriots over the Bears. Nine-yard run. 1 9-yard run to make it a first down to the 25. 5 yards away from the red zone. 9:51 first quarter. Under the center is Williams. Oh, that was a bad idea. Loss of down, loss of yardage and a down. Not a smart play there. Luther Burden knocked down for 4 yards. Perfect run. Perfect run blocking. And they blew up the play the Packers did. Packers, Panthers. That Panthers-Rams game was really good. It was really good. I wish the Panthers held on. He damn near handed the ball off to the freaking D end. Not gonna lie. 2nd and 14. Are you watching the Leafs? I'm paying attention to the score. And that's handed off for 3 yards. The Leafs are winning 3-0, so they should keep on pushing. They should be fine. They should be fine. With that being said, keeping an eye on the score. If I'm not, Rory is. But either way, Rory's watching the Habs, I think. As you would expect. 2-yard run, 3rd and 12. At least the Bears are in field goal range. Would be their first points in a long while off of a first drive. Williams throws. First down. First down. First down, DJ Moore. Just where he needed to be. I'm sure they would have went for it if it was 4th down, but 1st and 10. Do you believe in Rossinier? He's got aura. I don't know what else to put it. I know it was Charlton, but the Chelsea looked good. And that's going to be thrown back shoulder incomplete. Odunze couldn't make the catch. 2nd and 10. 7:56. Rossinier kind of reminds me of Mourinho, the way he carries himself. Tactically, no, but the way he carries himself, I'll back him. Seems to me he might get himself fired the way he carries himself, just like Maresca did at some points. I don't know. DeAndre Swift. Ball handed off to Swift. 5 yards to the 10-yard line. 5 yards in a cloud of dust. $7:43. Bears have had a really good first drive here. What can they do to keep this game pushing? 3rd and 5, 7:31. 5 yards away from the end zone. Bears, 7:21 to go, first quarter. Definitely could go for a field goal if they don't get this. Snap taken. Williams has time. Steps back in his drop. And incomplete. That'll be a field goal. Damn. That is lucky. I didn't see the press conference, but it doesn't surprise me. No way the Pats win the Super Bowl if they keep giving it to Stevenson. Well, turns out Henderson, they know Henderson's better anyway. So, who else is much better than the Patriots? Field goal, 27-yard field goal attempt for Cairo Santos. Snap, hold, kick is good. 3-0 Bears. 27-yard field goal is good for Cairo Santos. Easy as you like. Then again, field goals for the Bears in the playoffs at home aren't the best moments to be confident about. 3-0. Could be worse. They got some points on their first drive for the first time in 7 games. Well, that would be next week. Possible. We'll see. Yeah. Yep. I was watching the Rams-Panthers game. I just wasn't live for it. Still have to review it, so I was watching it. How we doing, Daniel? MLS training camp started for NYCFC. I think a lot of teams are getting close to starting their training camps, or at least bringing teams in to we'll see. But we will see how this next drive goes. Thoughts on Daniel Rios, Montreal's new striker? I hope for your sake that Owusu isn't gone. That's my thoughts. If I'm a Montreal, I don't know, but that's phrasing wasn't good there. But Montreal fans, you should hope to hell that Owusu's not gone. Because if he's gone, you're cooked with Rios as your striker. Just facts. I mean, he's a good backup. Starter, no. And backup, I mean, third striker. We'll see. I hope you're wrong. Hey, we avoided Ole Miss winning the national championship. I hope we can also avoid Montreal winning the MLS Cup. Except the difference between Ole Miss. Oh, is there a fumble? Is there a fumble? Do the Bears have the ball? The Bears have the ball. If this flag is not against the Bears have the football in the red zone. Packers fumble the handoff, and it's on the Packers. Seems to be the flag is on the Panthers. Or Packers. Packers. Holding, kicking team, or receiving team. 10-yard penalty, first down. Bears have the ball. No. No, wait. Nope. Packers have the ball. They're pushed back to the 10. I guess they were celebrating the penalty. I don't know. Whatever they were, that was crazy. No, there was no fumble. I don't know why they were celebrating like that. Packers have the ball. My bad. But it does push them back to the 10. My bad. Why do you celebrate like that if there wasn't a fumble? Or I should say if you don't have the ball. Either or. Yeah, you should be sad that Pete Alonso left. To the 15-yard line. Hands it off. Nobody saw that one coming. First down, Packers. So they flipped it back. Let's see what the NFL thread says about this. Is Arsenal going to bottle the league? No. That was my mistake that the Packers. I was confused. I don't think Man City's good enough. Packers, second play, 1st and 10. Love sets to throw. Throws down the middle. Incomplete. Dropped. Dropped by Christian Watson. But either way, I don't see any team that plays consistently enough to stop Arsenal from winning the league, sadly. Chelsea, they're just not good enough. Oh, yeah, that's why Clayton Tune played. Oh. Well, that sucks, yeah. Well, I mean, Jordan Love, either way. Throws, caught, tackled, just, that's going to be a first. I think they just converted. Chuba Hubbard or DK Metcalf. Well, one's a running back, one's a wide receiver. It's two different positions. I mean, as a career, DK. No, actually, DK Metcalf in general. I don't think that's really biased. I just think that's a good call. Either way. 3rd and 1, 5:39, first quarter. Love fakes the handoff, play action, throws, And that's caught by Romeo Doubs. Caught. First down and very much a good play there. 33-yard pass for Jordan Love to Romeo Doubs. I'm just glad DK punching a dude didn't ruin the Steelers' season. I did not, no. I did not see that. No. 29-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Packers. Bears defense, that'll be first down for the Packers. Bears got to force some turnovers. Josh Jacobs gets the first. Either way. 0 to 3, 2nd and inches. That's going to be handed back, and Jacobs gets the first. Won the World having to Oregon yesterday. Indiana stomped them. Why are we not surprised, though? Indiana stomped out Alabama. Now they stomped out Oregon. Why are we not surprised? 340. I don't know if they'll stomp out Miami, but I actually think that'll be a competitive game unless Miami shoots themselves in the foot like they did against Ole Miss. At least try to. To the 10-yard line, 2nd and 5. Thoughts on David getting his career ruined at Juventus? I kind of saw it coming, I won't lie. But it also kind of makes you wonder, maybe were teams right not to want to sign him on a free? Makes you wonder, are Oregon that much of frauds? I think everybody in college football besides Indiana are frauds. Throws it short and pushed out for a 3rd down play. 3rd down and 3. 3rd down 2, 3rd down 3. Third and 2. Hands it off. Nope. Play action. Thrown. First down. Christian Watson. Touchdown. Touchdown, Packers. And the Packers have the lead. Christian Watson gets to the outside and gets to the end zone. 6-3. See what they do with the extra point. That is a touchdown. It's in Chicago. That's why they're so quiet. No. Seven-yard touchdown pass for Christian Watson. See if there's the extra point. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Because he's garbage. Because he's garbage. He's a fraud. I never thought he was good in the first place, to be real. Do you think Miami had a harder bracket? I mean, I guess. I mean, we've played haram ball since Vanny left. We've played interesting football. It doesn't matter. The roster build makes us crap either way. I mean, Bob Bradley, that was haram ball. Herdman at times. Fraser, I say Perez was fun to watch. Armas had us play high-pressing football, even if we didn't play well. They also kind of bent him over a barrel, said do it the best you can with these old guys. But either way, extra point. It doesn't really matter. We suck either way. Extra point from McManus is good. It's 7-3. Seven to 3. Packers have the lead. Bears will get the ball back. We'll see what they do over on the offensive side of the ball. Score a touchdown. They'll have the lead, though. It's the good news. Two minutes left first quarter. If Indiana was in the other bracket, do you see them doing the same thing? Chambliss is better than Moore, of course. That's obvious. I still think Indiana is the better team by far. So, yes, even if Miami was in the harder bracket because they didn't beat the shit out of every opponent they had, like Indiana did. Do I think Indiana, you give them A&M, which they had a bye anyway. You give Indiana, Ohio State, that might be a tougher game. I still think they punk them out pretty heavily. You give them Ole Miss, they beat the shit out of Ole Miss. And you give them what? Whoever. So, no, I think they could. So, we'll see. Number 1, association football. 1A. 1B, hockey. Which I guess makes 3 college football. 4 baseball. 5 NFL, CFL. We'll just put NFL, CFL, and XFL all together at number 5. So, association football, hockey, college football, baseball, every other gridiron football. Playing, here come the Bears. They get to the 30 on the kick return. Do you know Indiana got lucky against Ohio State because the kicker choked the game, should have went to overtime? Yeah, and you play them again, I think Indiana kicked their ass. So we got 7-3. Because Indiana is just better, that's why. 30-yard line, they start the drive on the 30. Can they get a touchdown this time? They hand it off, and that'll be 5 yards. 2nd down and 5. Like Serie A, Prem, World Cup, Euros, MLS. I like by sport. Well, I guess you'd still put gridiron football 3rd. College football is different than NFL, though. That's 2nd and 6. Association football, hockey, gridiron football, baseball, Formula One. Playing for, well, that's a good point. And they tackle him at the line. It's 3rd down. 1:13 to go, first quarter. Motorsport's still better than basketball, for sure. Yeah, we'll go with it. If you're basically putting all the gridirons together, Formula One. Actually, probably put it tied with baseball. Snap. Taken. Williams, 3rd and 5. Gets flushed out of the pocket. Throws. Caught. 2 yards. Let's see if they go for it on 4th down. How'd the Rams barely win? Because they out-talented the Panthers by the end of the game, 27 seconds. You see Chelsea win? I know they won. I didn't watch the game. 4th and 2. They're going to go for it. MLS, soccer, NBA, basketball. MLS, duh. Duh. 4th and 2. 10 seconds to go. They're going to take it and go for it on 4 down. And they're going to take it to the 2nd quarter. See if they'll go for it at the start of the 2nd quarter. I wouldn't trust their defense. If I'm the Bears, I go for it. I don't trust their defense. I don't think they should trust their defense either. They go to the other side of the field, and we pick it back up for the 2nd quarter. Why they think Indiana are going to destroy Miami by more than 21 points? Because they have the opportunity to do that. I don't think it's likely. I trust that Indiana, Miami's going to be more of a close game. There's a slight possibility that Miami gets their shit rocked, but if Miami shoot themselves in the foot like they did against Ole Miss and they do some stupid stuff, they're going to get their shit rocked. Either way. 15 minutes to the half, 3 more quarters to play. It's going to be Miami's backyard. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Indiana fans going to Miami. They bought tickets for this game for months. Miami had, 2 weeks notice? Do with that what you will. Waiting for the 2nd quarter. Is Indiana really going to get used to that hot, humid weather? I don't think. Here's the thing. Indiana are the best team in college football right now. I don't think. Yeah, weather's different. I don't think that matters. And the Bears are 4th and 2. And let's see. They're going to go for it. 4th and 2 at the 37-yard line, 38-yard line. Fernando Mendoza to the Jets. I could see that. Throws. Caught! First down, Bears! Moore with the catch. I'd be surprised because I don't think Dante Moore is a top 2 quarterback. I don't think he's a top 5 quarterback in the college class. For me, it's Fernando and Chambliss. Then a big gap in everybody else. And no, Blake Shapen's like quarterback number 30. That man is not getting drafted. He's garbage. To the 40-yard line, second down. I'd be surprised because he's not top 2. He's barely even top 5. Second and 7. DeAndre Swift with 3 yards. Bears converted the 4th down, of course, and now they are on the plus side of the field. Moore gets a yard, 3rd down. Fernando's going to the Raiders. I know. He's quarterback number 1. Chambliss is quarterback number 2. Someone should take a risk on Aller. He got robbed of proving himself. Well, he's better. Well, I don't know. That has Steelers written all over it. I won't even lie. But they also have Will Howard, so why would you have 2 of the same quarterback when if one fails, the other one would? Let's be real. Third and 6. Hands it off, and that'll be a yard, 4th down and 5. Fourth down. Because Indiana's better. I thought Chelsea played well. 4th and 6, the Bears are going for it. You're in a position where you probably should, but you wouldn't get a field goal out of this. So you know what? 4th and 6, let's see. Snap taken. Williams. Time to throw. Throws it down and picked off. So really just an arm punt to the 10. What the 12-23 in the second quarter. Packers had the ball back. And an arm punt from the Bears. Packers had the ball at the 10. I mean, seven to 3, Green Bay gets the ball back. Because it's honestly. I don't know what the hell he thought. Surprised by the lack of signings for the Yankees. I'm happy with it because that means the Blue Jays are getting better and the Yankees are getting worse because they're standing pat. Bunch of idiots. Blue Jays win the AL East. Easy. 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 Blue Jays win the AL East 2026. Easy. Well, nah, it's potato. Yeah, I would have to agree with cannoli. That is Fogliadell. Yeah. 50-50. 50-50. The Dolphins could get Chris Shula. Okay. Yes, I accept it, especially if Robin Fraser's a coach. Damn good deal. Take that deal? I would too. Damn good deal. Take that deal? I would too. Damn good deal. First and 10 for the Packers at the 12-yard line. Also, I'm Bradley going to the Red Bulls. I don't think it'll be pretty for the Red Bulls. Second and 3, 11:46. Hands it off, and nobody there to tackle Jacobs, and he gets a lot of yards there, especially for a run play. 13 yards. First and 10. Happy Drew McIntyre won? Yeah, I'm glad. First and 10. Play action. Packers. And that'll be a sack and a fumble. And the Packers still have the ball. Second and 10. Ball hits the ground. So far, it looks like it. I didn't say that. I don't think Toronto FC are going to be in the playoffs anyway. Besides, I don't think we're going to play NYCFC in the playoffs. You said slap them up. You didn't say playoff loss. I don't think we'll have anything to do with your playoff run. Fumble on the play, but the Packers get it back and they're going to commercial? Okay, that's just either one. I don't think we'll have anything to do with it, except maybe you pick 6 points off of us. Now, if you call the Pirate, you're going to lose. Now, if you're still dealing with Fraser or some other jackass, you'll probably just pick 6 points up, won't you? But it's what it is. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. Waiting for the next play. Oh, Chicago player was hurt during the play. Okay, that makes sense. Incomplete pass. Waiting for the next play. Waiting for the next. And players going on to the cart and a leg cast. A leg cast for Edwards. Yep, that's a broken leg probably. On the cart. TJ Edwards, 12 sacks, 4 fumbles forced, 7 picks. $11.04. Think the Yankees are losing to the Blue Jays again in the playoffs? Yeah, if they make it. Love gets out of the pocket, throws, and caught, and a first down for the Packers. And the Bears offense, or Bears defense, is garbage. First down, Golden. Matthew Golden, what a catch. What a play. Matthew Golden has not scored a touchdown his rookie season. One of the 2 since 2018. Kadarius Toney was the other. Hands it off, and that'll be hit at the line. Pushes for about 2. Second down. How did Crystal Palace lose to Macclesfield? I don't know. They did. That's all I can say. I'm shocked. I'll agree. And Love gets hit. Third down. Can the Bears hold the Packers to a field goal? Third and 8 now. 9:40 left the second quarter. 3rd and 8. Love, there's a flag on the play. On who? Timeout for Green Bay. No flag on the play. Is it more embarrassing to lose than losing to Grimsby? Partially, no. I mean, Palace is better than what they used to be, but it's not Man United. Man United's embarrassing because it was Man United. So, 3rd and 8. 4-0 Leafs. End of the second. 4th goal was from John Tavares. Okay. I know they're National League North, but Love throws, caught, and that'll be a first down, and Dobbs holds on. 1st and 10. Romeo Dobbs, 43 yards, 2 receptions, 1st and 10 at the 20-19-yard line. Hands it off and hit at the line. 2nd down and 9. 8 minutes left the second quarter. $7:48. Second and 9. Hands it off. Tackled. 3rd down. Because they didn't expect to win. Probably because it was a cup set. That's why they ran on the field. That's why they rushed the field. Have you not seen college football? Same thought process. 3rd and 9. 5 seconds left on the play clock. 6:52 of the second quarter. Jordan Love throws over the top and caught. Touchdown, Packers! Green Bay with a touchdown. Jaden Reed. And the Packers have a 14-point or a 10-point lead or 11-point lead. 11-point lead. 18-yard touchdown pass. Ooh. And it's 14-3 with the kick. McManus will make it a 11-point game. 14-3. Bears got to score on this next drive if they want any chance. I don't blame you. See, he gets it. We'll see how the second half or the next drive goes. Let's. Let's see what the Bears do on their next drive. The Bears might blow this. Yep. The Masters are going to Amazon Prime. Damn it. That sucks. Let's see what happens with the next drive for the Bears. Can they find a way to drive down the field and get 7 points? Bears to the 20, 25. Kick return to the 27. That was Duvernay getting the run to the 27-yard line. Can the Bears find a way to come back? Here they go. Hands it off. Nope. Play action. Williams doesn't have enough time to throw. He'll get to the 30 and get out of bounds. Second down, 6:30. Why don't you like NBA basketball? Because I don't care. If the Raptors aren't good, I don't care. Now, they're good, but I just think the way the game is played has been ruined. Steph Curry ruined the way basketball's played. I'm a Raptors fan. I'm happy about it. I only care if they're good. They're good right now. I do care. If they were bad, I wouldn't care. I can only watch so many sports as well. And basketball is not a sport I want to watch of anybody but a good Raptors team, whether that's the 905 or the Toronto Raptors or State. College basketball is a little bit better, but or if State's not good, I don't care, which they kind of suck. But like, I don't want to watch 3rd and 4. Like, if it's Magic versus, well, that's bad. Well, no, I didn't watch the Magic play the NBA Cup. First down and fumbled, and the Packers or the Bears pick it up. The Bears get the ball. They keep the ball. Bears keep the ball. And it's a first down. Oh, my God. They almost, man, if that was a full fumble, if that was a recovered fumble. Komet fumbles, and the Bears get the ball back, or keep the ball. Firmly grasp it. And LaFleur is challenging for what? Whether it's a interception or incomplete pass. Incomplete 4th and 4. 4th and 4. Bears are going to go for it. Fourth and 4, 5:19, second quarter. If the Bears get turnover on downs here, I don't like where this is going. Welcome back, Marcel. Well, it's called, we had a break. We had a winter break. And the Bears are going for it here. I was on vacation. Well, I pretty much was too. Williams throws incomplete. And the Bears are turnover on downs. 5:15 left in the second quarter. And the Packers get it. Good field position. Well, there's my bracket gone. Celebrate the holidays. Nothing much else. Just not make videos until we, of course, put up the best of reels. But, of course, we had the AFCON, state game. We had the state game on the 2nd, which started the new season. But first and 10 for the Packers at the 32-yard line. They hand it off to Jacobs, and he's hit. But he keeps going 7 yards. 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 3. And there's a Bears player down hurt. And the Bears look to, well, they're down by 11. Would this be Jordan Love's first playoff win? I think so. Player down hurt for the Bears. Char was back to after his European vacation. Oh, that's cool for him. Because they needed to. I think they're cooked. I think the Bears are cooked right now, to be real. You think Miami can upset? You mean Indiana? No. No, I don't. Indiana is going to win. It might be a closer game than normal, or for Indiana standards, but Indiana's still the better team. They're playing like Alabama, so I understand how you make a confusion, but either way. Second and 3 at the 23-yard line, and that'll be tackled, and that looks like a first down. Maybe not. 3rd and 1, 4:40 left in the second quarter. The Packers will get the ball to start the second half. So where this is going, this don't look pretty for the Bears, especially if they allow another touchdown. Very likely they at least allow a field goal. Hands it off. Hit at the line and down. 4th down. 4th down. They force a field goal. The Bears do. The Bears force the field goal. No, they're going for it. The Packers are going for it. Ah, damn. 4th and 1, the Packers are going for it. Fourth and 1. Love throws, and that'll be caught by Watson, and he gets to the 10. Touchdown! Fumbled in the end zone, but it'll be a touchdown for the Packers. They fall on it, and it's a touchdown for the Packers. Christian Watson gets credited for the touchdown. Or is it Dobbs for falling on it? I'm not sure. Let's see. First down, Green Bay. The ball will be placed at the spot of the fumble. The ball was fumbled outside of the goal. The ball was fumbled outside before he crossed the goal line. The ball will be placed at the spot of the fumble, but that means the Packers will probably get a touchdown. Ball will be spotted at the 1. There's no way. So the Packers will get their touchdown. They'll get their touchdown. So the Bears have to score on their next drive. If they don't, preferably a touchdown. If they don't, they're cooked. First and goal. Can the Bears find a way to cause a fumble? They will not. Short throw! Incomplete. Tries to jump the route, and it's second and goal. 3:07 to go. Wow. Almost jumped the route and picked the ball off. That would have been amazing if the Bears could have picked that off, but in the end, no. Second and goal. Second and goal. Jacobs in the backfield. Motions out. Love hands it off. And Jacobs! Does he get the touchdown? Or will he get stopped before the line? He gets stopped before the goal line. Third down and goal. And Indiana's the best team in college football. So, your point? All they've done is they've proved he almost fumbled the snap. Third and goal. Can the Bears line up to stop the Packers on third down and goal? And will the Packers timeout? LaFleur's going to take a timeout when the play clock goes to 0, and it's going to be 2:20. Timeout for the Packers, their second of the half. 2:20 left. Miami scored more points on Ohio State than Indiana did. Okay. You know, one of that was because of a pick 6. I don't think you know what's coming for you. I would, third and goal. Hands it off. Hit it the line. Does he get it? Does he get it? Fourth and goal. That will not be a touchdown. Fourth and goal for the Packers. Will the Packers take the points, or will they go for it on fourth and goal? 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Will the Packers go and kick it, or will they take the chance? Inches away from the goal for the Packers. The Bears have stood up and at least pushed them to one play for 3 or 7 points. Now, of course, we'll see how the next play goes, but if you're the Bears, it's a question. Like, do you go for it or you not? I don't. I think if you're the Packers, I think you take the points. I think you take the points. Yeah, I'm glad that Drew won, and I hope Sami Zayn wins at the Rumble. I agree with that. I agree with that. More title changes. More hot potato, please. How we doing, McChronicle? How we doing? 4th and goal. Looks to me the Packers are going to go for it. If the Bears could get a stop, that would be amazing for Chicago. If they don't, they're probably cooked. Even if they scored. They have 3 timeouts when they get the ball back. Be 21-14 if this is a touchdown. Half a yard. 4th and goal. Packers. Snap taken. Love is going to throw. He throws, and it's caught by Dobbs. And it's a 1-yard touchdown catch. Damn it. Romeo Dobbs with a touchdown. And it's going to be 21-3 after the kick. The Bears have to score a touchdown before the half. The Packers will get the ball at the half, but the Bears have to use this 156 to score a touchdown. If they do not, field goal wouldn't even matter. 21-3. Damn, I thought the Bears would make the freaking Super Bowl, and they're absolutely choking right now. Ay, ay, ay. If the Packers win, they will be going to Seattle because they're the 7th seed. There's nobody lower. And the Rams would go to either San Francisco or Philadelphia. Well, actually, no. If San Francisco were to win, the Rams would host a divisional game if the Bears can't find their way back. So, no. If the Eagles win, the Rams would go to Philadelphia, just like they did last year. If the 49ers win, the Rams would host the 49ers. If the Bears were to keep losing, and the Packers would go to Philadelphia, or they would go to Seattle. Seth Rollins is sad. Seth Rollins hates football. Still 2 quarters to go. Bears win, calling it now. They got to score a touchdown if they want any chance. Second postseason game. Packers history with 3 touchdowns on first 3 drives. 2016 Cowboys game was the other. And that's a kickoff from McManus. And the Bears will fair catch. 156 with 3 timeouts. They need a touchdown to keep themselves alive. Packers would get the ball to start the second half, though, so they could easily make it another 2-score game. Well, actually, touchdown, make it 11-point game, yeah? That would be 2 scores. First and 10, 156. Snap taken. Williams throws down the middle. Caught. Loveland to the 45. First down. Broncos winning the Super Bowl since Mile High? Possibly. I don't know what to believe at this point. 137. Bears have 3 timeouts. Not that I don't know if they're going to use them at this point. 128. Then we'll have 40 or 30 more minutes with the second half, third quarter, fourth quarter. Williams throws as he's hit, almost picked off the hands. Second and 10. 1:18 to go. Cruz Azul 2-0. Nacho Ambriz 50 minutes beating Cruz Azul 2-0 with Leon. They should have never got rid of him in the first place. And they should have got him back when Larcamon left. Not like 2 years later, but either way. 1:18. Caught. Incomplete. Nope, through the hands. Third down and 10. But I will say, doesn't that sort of tell you streaming Broncos next week? I'm not sure. We'll see what the schedule looks like. See what the schedule looks like. Third and 10. Caleb. He's going to run on third down. You've lost your damn mind. He slides. Slides out for a 4th down and 3. At least he made it a 4th down and 3. But they're going for it on 4th down with 55 seconds to go. They have to. They have to go for it. Fourth and 4. Timeout taken by the Bears with 37 seconds to go. And now we'll know the Rams will not play if the Bears lose. The Rams will not play the Seahawks till the NFC title game if they advance that far. But Caleb throws incomplete. And they turn over on downs, and the Bears are struggling. The Bears are struggling. 32 seconds left in the first half, second quarter, and they turn over on downs again. Because they're down freaking 18 points at home against a team they've already beaten like 4 weeks ago. I don't blame them. I don't blame them for going for it. I would rather go for it than not. So, I'm not blaming them for going for it. It just sucks they're not converting. More or less. Either way. And the Leafs are winning with 9 minutes to go, 4-0. Don't blow the game, damn it. Boom, 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 boom. Do. 30 seconds to go. 30 30-some seconds to go for this half, which probably will be nothing in the end. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Waiting for the commercial. Why they need to go for it when the half's almost about to end? They're giving the Packers more chances to score more. I would assume that they wouldn't score in 30 seconds. But either way. Either way. First and 10 at the 38-yard line. 32 seconds. Packers. First down. Pushed out of bounds. First and 10, 25 seconds. They might get a field goal. $25 seconds. Love throws a Hail Mary deep, incomplete. 19 seconds. Okay, they just want to put the Bears to the sword, which, again, I don't blame them, frankly. Packers want to kill the Bears before the half's even out. Jesus Christ. Honestly, don't blame them. Honestly, don't blame them at all. McManus will probably get a field goal kick to take if they get another first down. Well, that should be good for you. You're probably a Miami fan, so you should be happy I'm picking Indiana. Frankly, I don't think that matters. One, a blind squirrel finds a nut every so often. Second of all, Kurt Cignetti doesn't give a shit about my predictions. Nothing could stop Indiana from winning, even my jinx. So, hey, but you could cope. If you win, thank me. If you don't, well, I told you, nothing could stop Indiana. Not even a jinx. Just to say. First and 10, pick up some more yards. Jordan Love throws over the top, incomplete. 7 seconds to go. Second and 10. Do with that what you want. Seven seconds. Over 2 seconds. Let's see if they go for a field goal. They're going to try to go for a field goal. McManus with a field goal. No, I'm doing the national championship. Field goal is no good. Oh, no, they iced him. No. Okay, my predictions, I'm a jinx. Shit. I guess I'm a jinx. I might be a jinx. Sometimes tactically, sometimes I just am. I don't know. Maybe you're right. I can't help it. I can't help it. Then again, I picked the Bears to make the Super Bowl, and look what they're doing now. So you know what? Whatever. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe I am a jinx. It's my thought process, damn it. 55-yard field goal attempt is good. Nope, he missed it. Missed it. No good. And that'll end the half. 21-3 for the Packers, but they'll get the ball back to start the third quarter. $30 more minutes to go in this game. 2 more quarters. And the Packers are up 18 points. And they'll get the ball back to start the third quarter as well. So we'll see how that goes. With that being said, sit tight. We will be back. Take a short break. Packers lead. Sit tight. Be back. We're back at the half, waiting for the second half of this game to start. The Bears are 1 for 4 on fourth down conversions. The Packers are 2 for 2. Packers are leading 21-3, and they get the ball to start the third quarter. I think the Bears are cooked already. I hate to say it, but I feel like the Bears are completely cooked. It doesn't look good for them. It doesn't. The Packers are putting belt to ass. They're putting belt to ass, simply. That's all I can really say is the Bears are getting belt put to their ass by the Packers. It's that simple, and unexpectedly so. The Packers limped into the postseason. They don't look like that right now. The Bears' defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. Feels a bit familiar. Except, unlike Ole Miss, the Bears couldn't keep it close at all. The Rams, of course, ended up beating the Panthers, but the Panthers put up a good fight. But that game was a classic. This Bears-Packers game is crap. Simple as. Caleb Williams has 6 fourth-quarter comebacks this season. But I think the Bears are too far out for any of that to happen. Dan Campbell's not in the playoffs, but it appears his ghost has possessed the body of Ben Johnson. Once a disciple of the Gambling Dan, always a disciple of the Gambling Dan. Yep. Well, waiting for the third quarter to start. Dima Maghreb, Morocco versus Nigeria, the semifinals. Yep, and we'll be live for that on Wednesday. The other semifinal is Egypt versus Senegal. So Egypt or Senegal, well, one of them will play Morocco. It just depends which game, because there's a third place game on Saturday. No, if they go to third place, I'm not covering that. Why not? It's the third place game. But I think. Salah versus Mane. Senegal, Egypt starts the day. Nigeria, Morocco will be the second match. So Morocco will know if they lose who they play in third place, if they win who they play in the final by the time they start playing. So we'll see that on Wednesday. The final is on Sunday. Morocco's to move on. There is no third place. It's do or die. There is a third place game. Unless you're saying it doesn't. See, that's my point, though. See, that's my point, though. There's the third place game on Saturday morning. But it looks like a pretty normal Final Four, all things considered. It does. It does. There's a third place, but Morocco's here to win AFCON. I mean, they should beat Nigeria, but it's what we said about Algeria. What happened? 21-3, the third quarter will begin. Packers will get the ball. But everybody who's left, I can argue, can win the tournament. I can make an argument for. I'd say Nigeria is the least likely of the four to win the tournament, but I think Egypt might slightly be better than Senegal. Morocco, they've done enough throughout the tournament. I'd say that Cameroon game was their best. We'll see what the semifinal looks like, but either way. But with that being said, here comes the third quarter. And the Bears kick it off, and they touchback, 15 minutes to go. Predicted Senegal versus Morocco final. We'll see what happens. And the Leafs must have won. 5-0 shutout from the Leafs. And the fifth goal was scored by Robertson. 5-0 Leafs. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Which now, 49 points. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 21 is 42. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. 49 points. 51, if it is Jordan Love, running around the backfield. Throws, incomplete. Second down and 10. Let's see. The Leafs are now at 49 points. So it is 49 points for the Leafs. They're 2 points off a playoff spot. They're 1 point off being on the line. With a game in hand, the Sabres have a game in hand. The Pittsburgh Penguins do not. They have 2 games in hand on the Bruins. They are 7 points away from an Atlantic spot. Top 3 in the Atlantic. Second and 10. Snap, handed off. Jacobs hit behind the line, 3rd and 10. Detroit played a perfect road game. GG's. But the Leafs are getting close to a playoff spot. That's the good news. Bad news is I think they would be in a playoff spot if they were in the West. Either way. 5-0 Leafs. Third and 12. Man, it would suck if the Bears couldn't. Can they get a stop here? That would be awesome. And that is Love. Love throws. Incomplete. Incomplete. 4th and 12. The Bears will get the ball back after the punt. They still got to score a touchdown on this drive. 14:04. The Bears finally force the Packers off the field. Packers will punt. And the Bears will have some really good field position, depending on how strong this punt is. From the 5-yard line is where the ball will be kicked. And it's caught at the 35, and it's not fair caught. He's going to try to get to the 40. Pushed out at the 37. It's better than nothing. 21-3, Bears get the ball back. Duvernay. They get a stop on that drive. Is that going to be what happens here? The Chicago Bears in Week 14 got 3 points against the Packers. Week 16, they had 0. Tonight, they had 3, and they did come back to win at home after scoring 0 points and a half. So, who knows? Who knows? 21-3. Williams hands it off. Gets about 3 yards on the run. 13:45, second down and 7. Second and 8. Shola's cooking in Canada. Camp cooked. Waterman. Guatemala is dead. Throws. Caught to the 40. And he fumbled, but the Bears have the ball. The Bears have the ball back. Oh, my God. Loveland with a fumble out of his hands. I knew you were going to be happy Shola got called up. Loveland caught the ball. He brought it in. Then he got hammered. I think that one's a fumble that was recovered. That one was a fumble that was recovered, which means that should be. Either way. Bonk. Third and 8. It was incomplete. That was incomplete. Williams has time to throw. Throws it deep. Caught. There's the first down. Loveland makes the catch. What a throw. How is Shola not Europe yet? Same question I have about Dante Seeley. I don't understand how either of them are not in Europe. At least one's in the CPL. These refs are a joke. That's like their third rebrand. Either way. Williams, blindside, runs it. Loveland, first down to the 15. First down, Colston Loveland. And the Bears are driving, and they had to get this one. Of course, I'm happy York. Sorry, Inter Toronto has 2 Trinidadian players. I watch them a lot. They're a solid side. Packers benefiting from what is a catch. Like that's the first time. 11:50, Caleb Williams getting them in the red zone. 12-yard line for the Bears. They need a touchdown now. They cannot settle for 3. They have to get a touchdown. Second half Bears may be real. 3 yards to the 10-yard line. Or 2 yards. Second down and 8. $144.5 rushing yards per game for the Bears. Third in the NFL. Tonight's 45. 2nd down and 9. They're at the 11-yard line. Hands it off and hit behind the line is Moore. Horrible play there. Horrible play. They thought, nope. 3rd down. Quay Walker with a tackle there. Third 13. Back to the 16-yard line. Williams throws and caught by Loveland. Incomplete. That'll be a field goal. They're going to have to go for a field goal. And Williams is hobbling. Oh, no. If it couldn't get any worse, it might have just gotten worse. Williams hobbling to the sideline. It will be a field goal attempt. Oh, no. If it couldn't get worse, it probably just has. Fourth and 13. 34-yard field goal attempt for Santos. It is good. 21-6. At least they got some points. Oh. 34-yard field goal. $21-6. $15-point deficit for the Bears. Two touchdowns would tie the game if they got 2 stops and 2 touchdowns, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. Touch. We'll see. Play calling reminds me of Ben Johnson's last playoff game. What a nightmare for the Bears. The Bears. The Bears. What a nightmare. Waiting for the next drive. I understand why. The Bears are playing like garbage. Texans Steelers on Monday. Patriots tomorrow night. And the Packers get the ball to the 35 on the return. Hey! But with that being said, hands it off, hit at the line. 2nd and 9. Second and 9. Throws, caught, pushed out, 3rd down and 2. Watson gets most of the yardage, but it's still 3rd down and 2. 9:19 left in the quarter. Third and 2. Love stepping back in the pocket. The rush breaks down. It's 4th down. 4th and 2. Will the Packers go? Will the Packers go? Looks like they'll punt. Packers will punt. I'm interested. I'm surprised. Packers are going to punt. Bears get the Packers off the field for another drive. 4th and 2. Packers will punt. Can the Bears turn this around? We will find out. Whelan to kick. Snap taken. Kicked. Bounces and will be down at the 20. 8:28 to go, the 3rd quarter, and the Bears get the ball back. Can they find a way to get to the end zone? Bears got to get a touchdown at some point. How we doing? How we doing, El Nini? How we doing? 21-6. Bears get the ball back. And we'll see how this goes. Can the Bears get a touchdown here? 15-point deficit for the Bears. Next drive soon. Waiting for the next drive here. 6 fourth-quarter comeback wins for Caleb Williams. Have you ever listened to the Moroccan national anthem? No, I haven't. Every time I've covered their games, it's been muted because I've watched the game by covering it. So, throws caught down the middle of the field to the 45. Luther Burden with a first down for the Bears. Yep. I heard that they were down 2-0 at 50 minutes to Leon. Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. Closer and closer to midfield. The Bears are starting to... What's with the Bears being a second-half team? They legitimately are. 7:56. It's like the Bears love being down. It's like they love playing from behind. Hands it off, and that'll be about a yard. Second down and 9. Vancouver will cook cruises. You do realize that's Vancouver FC. No, can't be that delusional, can you? That's delusional, man. That's delusional. It's delusional. Second and 9. Second and 8. Hands it off. Wide. Swift. Gets about the rest of it except maybe a yard. Third down. 7:02. Four for 4 on third downs. 1 for 7 since. 3rd and 1. A very tight 3rd and 1. And they start him 3 yards behind the line. But he gets his running start and gets the first. First down, Bears. And there's a flag on the play. See who it's on. Unnecessary roughness. First down, and that'll be 15, I think. Can't wait for Champions Cup. Same. That'll be 15 yards plus. Unnecessary roughness because he jumped over the line. What the hell? Dumbass. And they will move on to the next 15-yard penalty, puts them to the 30. 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bears. The Bears might be right back in this game if they could get a touchdown here. I'm very nervous. Why? Why? Are you a Packers fan? Are you a Bears fan? You should be happy they're starting to figure this out. Bears. They're starting to figure this out. So, I mean, I get being nervous, but... waiting for the next play. Player down hurt. 6:26 left the 3rd quarter. No. First and 10. 6:18 at the 30-yard line. 30-yard line for the Bears. Williams has time. No, he does not. But he throws it short to Swift. That'll be a first down. And to the 25-yard line. Or the 15-yard line. Jumped there. .25, 15-yard line, 5:28. Can the Bears score a touchdown here? Hands it off. No, Williams goes to the outside. Only a yard. Second down and 9. Second and 9. 4:53 left in the third quarter. Bears. Snap taken. Williams. Time to throw down the middle. Loveland. See where they stop him. Let's go, Blue Jays. At 2. At 2, 3rd and 4. Third and 4. 2 drives, 2 field goals for the Bears in the end zone, or the red zone. Four yards. 3rd and 4. Hand it off to the outside, and that's going to be just short. Just short. Just short. The Bears will be 4th and inches. 4th and 1. 3:43. I would go for it. I mean, it's only 4th. It's 4th and 1. You got to get this one. I would go for it. If I'm the Bears, I'd go for it. I'd go for it. 4th and 1. 5 yards away, 6 yards away from a touchdown. Williams, why? What the hell? Picked off. What idiotic play call. Like, I get going for it. He just got picked off. Oh my God. 3:11 left in the third quarter, and he just basically... Pop quiz, hot shot. What do you do? Pop quiz, hot shot. What do you do? Damn. I think that's game. I think that's game. Now that's game right there. Why didn't they run it instead? Yeah, that was, I can't defend that play call. That was stupid. That was stupid. Run the ball, bro. Like, that was a quarterback sneak. And they just, nope, throw it. Overthink it. Throw it, throw it, throw it. He should have rolled out the second he saw more slip. Yep. Bears getting little broed again. Just run the damn ball. Stupid ass. Ben Johnson will run the ball on 3rd and 12, but not when he needs 1 yard. They still own you. I can't. Dear God, that was stupid. 2nd, 4th down pick. 3:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. Packers have the ball. Love throws it to a guard, and the guard gets a 1st down. Fumble, 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 Bears, pick it. Oh my, and it's out of bounds. It's out of bounds. The fumble's out of bounds. They pointed the other way, though, so. Wow. The guard fumbles the ball. It's punched out. The Bears don't get onto it. Oh, my God. How do you. And the fumble goes out of bounds. Second and 4. So he gets the forward progress to the line where he fumbled the ball. 1st down, 2:14 to go. My God, the Packers are just dominating the Bears. My God. I don't think the Bears want to win this game, to be fair. Wow, 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. How'd they not get that? They're garbage. They have to be garbage. Disaster. How do you not get the ball? Funniest play of the year. How'd the Bears fumble the fumble? I don't know. This is a garbage game, man. This game is garbage. Garbage. This game is drunk. This game is drunk. My God. Lamau. Man, I'd be mad if I'm a Bears fan. Jesus Christ. Lamau. Garbage. Garbage. And the Packers 129. Did the Bears do something good? 10-yard penalty for intentional grounding. Okay. Third and 20 at the Green Bay 11. 11-yard pass on 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 20. It makes it 4th and 9. Chris Brooks will get the ball. 1:29 left the third quarter. 4th and 9. Caught. Tackled at the 20. 4 down. Bears will get the ball back. 4th and 9. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. So I was wrong about the Bears by far. Super Bowl my ass. Wheeling to punt it away. Super Bowl finalists my ass. NFC champions, I mean, my ass. 30-yard line, and they're going to run it. They're going to try to get some yardage to the 40, to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, and he's pushed out at the 30. Duvernay. They got to get a touchdown by like 14 minutes in the fourth quarter. The Bears' defense is doing better. Sadly enough, the offense ain't done nothing. Devin Hester's at the game. That's cool. $30 yards at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10. At the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. A minute, 15-minute 33 or whatever. Williams has no idea, and that's caught. Caught by the Bears for a 2nd down. Can they get a playoff? Damn. Caleb Williams' first game with 2 picks since his 3rd career game. 31-game streak with less than 2 picks. 8 seconds left. They take a snap. 2nd and 4. Williams throws. Incomplete. And that'll be going to the fourth quarter. $15 more minutes. Packers lead 21-6. Fourth quarter. Throw up the 4s. It's the fourth quarter. Throw up the 4s. It's the fourth quarter. $15 more minutes. $21-6. Indonesia FA spoke about prize money for FIFA series. They're taking this shit real mini World Cup. I wonder who that's coming from. John Herdman? You know what? Fair enough. Drone boy. with that being said, we will move on to the next drive or the next quarter. $15 more minutes to go. Fourth quarter. Bears have the ball. Third and 4 at the 29-yard line. They hand it off, and it's a first down. First down for the Bears at the 25. Can they quickly get a touchdown? Can they quickly get a touchdown by 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter? 120 yards this half and really nothing to show for it for the Bears. 29 for the Packers, and they have not scored since the half. You would think with all those yards, the Bears would have more than 3 points in one half and a 15-point deficit, but either way. Caught! Nope. Bounces off the wide receiver, 2nd and 10. Garbage. Smythe. The Bears are down 15. 2 touchdowns and a field goal off McDuffie. All right. If they get a touchdown, I'm sure on one of them they'll go for 2. Pumped to see the FIFA series. Trinidad ain't got no World Cup. Plus, how often do you see Uzbekistan International, Kuzanov versus Spicer, and Levi Garcia? Incomplete. 3rd down and 10. Spicer, Levi, and Seeley. That'll be interesting, yeah. Odunze got nothing out of that catch. They think that should be pass interference, but I don't know. 3rd down. 3rd down and 10 at the 24-yard line. Williams. Almost sacked. And he gets brought down. 4th down. He dropped the ball. They're going to cook Kusanov. So this will be a field goal. 12-point deficit now. If they make it. Van Ness punched the ball out. The Bears got right back on it. This will be a field goal attempt for Cairo Santos, his 3rd of the game. And will it be at 34 and 27? This will be his longest. 51 yards for Santos. It is good. 21-9. $12-point deficit for the Bears. Their defense got to keep pushing. 12-point deficit. 21-9. 51-yard field goal for Cairo Santos. 13-29. 12-point deficit. They need 2 touchdowns to take the lead. $13 minutes to go. The Packers' offense is garbage this half. Problem is will the Bears do enough to get this game back in their favor and survive? 2-0 Chivas over Pachuca. Okay. Good for them. How we doing, Connor? How we doing? "13 more minutes." Doing good. January's just feeling like it's dragging along. Yep, we've been here since early November. Let's see what the Bears could do here. Can they get another stop or can they cause a turnover? That's pretty cool. And Santos kicks it off, and it did not make the line. It did not make the landing zone. That'll put it at the 40-yard line. First down for the Packers. The ball will be placed at the 40. The ball missed the landing zone. Weird that's happened twice tonight. One's for the Panthers. One's for the Bears. Packers starting at the 40. So they're about, I'd say, 2 first downs away from a field goal. That would probably ice this game for sure. Can the Bears get a stop? 3 straight punts and a missed field goal for the Packers since their 3 touchdowns. The Bears chose to chip away instead of blow past them, which hit at the line. Jacobs, flag on the play. Against who? 13-25. Illegal formation offense. Penalties declined. Second down. Penalty declined. "40-yard line, 2nd and 10. Guess they'd rather have the loss of down than the loss of 5 yards, which, you know what, fair enough. Love throws, caught, dropped, incomplete, 3rd down and 10. The Packers offense is flailing right now. Damn. Third and 10. 4 out of 9 third down conversions for the Packers. 6 yards to go. Average. And Love throws it. Incomplete. And it's a 4 down. And the Bears will get the Packers off the field once again. Bears defense is locked in. Are they seeing if this was a fumble? Are they seeing if this was a fumble? Flag on the play. Intentional grounding on the offense. Number 10, 10-yard penalty, 4th down. So it's intentional grounding on Jordan Love. Well, there you go. That just gives the Bears a little bit better field position on the punt. He never got out of the pocket, and he grounded it. And it hit off the lineman. 4th and 20. They'll punt it away. The Packers will. Ball will be kicked at the 15. Kicks it. And they will run it to the 15, to the 20, to the 30, to the 35. 12:38. The Bears have the ball back, and they got some yardage back. 1st and 10. 2 touchdown, 12-point deficit for the Bears. That's 2 touchdowns if they don't allow any more points. But the second touchdown will take the lead. By 2 points. Or a point if they missed the 2-point conversion. Largest fourth quarter comeback in postseason win, 5 points versus the Giants in 1933. The Bears will trail by 15-9, so they will definitely blow that out of the water. Williams trying to find a room to throw. He sets off to run. He gets the 1st down. After all that, Williams gets the 1st down. Damn. Woo, that's okay. Alex Bregman and the Chicago Cubs are in agreement on a 5-year, $175 million contract from Jeff Passan. Williams throws, caught. 1st down to the 35. Bregman to the Cubs. Tucker and Bichette it is. Well, one of them, I guess. Well, there's the Blue Jays' backup plan. If either of them don't go to Toronto, he's going to Chicago. All right. Bregman to the Cubs. 1st and 10. Williams. Time to throw. Incomplete. I don't know where he was throwing, but at least it wasn't picked off. 2nd and 10. 11:30 to go. $11:30 to go for fourth quarter. The Bears are pushing for something. 2nd and 10. Williams throws. Caught! 1st down, Loveland. 1st and 10. Colston Loveland is doing as much as he can to put this team on his back. $11 minutes to go. Williams throws over the top. Incomplete. Loveland doesn't get his hands on it. First rookie tight end, Colston Loveland, with 100 receiving yards in a postseason game since Keith Jackson in 1988. It's crazy. When does your Seahawks play? Next week. They have a bye. They go next week. Nice play. Nice play. And that's going to be 2 yards away from a first down. Third down. The Seahawks play next weekend. They had the bye. They're your Seahawks. How you know you should know they got a bye. Third down to the next round, to the divisional. Third down. 3rd and 3. That's a long 3. Hands it off. Swift. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Bears. DeAndre Swift makes it a touchdown. 21-15. 5-yard touchdown run, DeAndre Swift. (21-15), and they're going to kick the extra point. The Bears will make it 21-16 if this kick is good. There's 10 minutes to go. Both teams have 3 timeouts. But the Packers' offense has been garbage since halftime. If the Bears get another stop, if they get a touchdown, they would have the lead. But they got to make this kick. And they will do so. 21-16. It is now a 5-point game. It's now a 5-point game. 5-point game. Bears back in it. Packers' offense has been non-existent all half. It'd be shocking if they came back. Well, not shocking, but either way, we'll be back. Short break. We're back. Ten more minutes. And the Bears have got themselves back into a position where they could win this game, and that ball will land in the landing zone, and it will be returned to the 40. Fumbled! I think the Bears might have got it. The ball is fumbled. Did the Bears get the ball? 45-yard line for the Packers if they have it. Well, either way. Packers have it. Ball fumble, but the Packers land on it. They have it at the 45. So they start at the 45 after that return, but punched out of Jacobs' hand, and the Bears couldn't get it for the fourth time or whatever. They couldn't cover the fumble. Packers got it and are lucky. Yep. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. Love hands it off, and he's hit. And there's a flag on the play that should push the Packers back, at least. Holding offense, 10-yard penalty, first down. Walker called for holding. Pushes them back to the 36. Hope can drive a man insane. Yep. First and 20 at the 36-yard line. So that does push the Packers back a little bit. Love throws. Caught. Dobbs. Pushed. Gets it back to the 45. Second down. I think he got the first 10 yards back. Second down, 11. 4 for 11 in the second half for Jordan Love, 33 yards. 9 for 15 in the first half with 139 yards and 3 touchdowns. No touchdowns or no picks this half. So still 0-0 TD interception ratio, but not the best. And they get to him, but Dobbs makes the catch. And he gets into field goal range. First and 10. Damn it. Problem with that is if the Packers get a field goal, now it's going to be an 8-point deficit. But it's better than a touchdown. That's crazy. First and 10, 8:16 to go. Love hands it off, and Jacobs is hit behind the line. Second down. Second and 9. Love throws. Oh, batted away. Third down and 9. And there's a player down hurt from the Bears. 7:24 to go. That may be OPI. That may be OPI as well. Well, not that they can talk about it, but I feel like that could have been called OPI as well. Packers are lucky that wasn't OPI. Right? Gets walked off the field. They're lucky. Third and 9. 7:24. Snap taken. Love throws. Caught, and Dobbs with a first down. And he will get past the line to gain. Nope, it's a 4th down and 1. 4th and 1. 4th and 1. 4th and 1. I don't know about that. I think he got past the line to gain before he got down. 1st and 10. Thrown. And that'll be a touchdown. Touchdown, Packers. Golden scores a touchdown. That's his first touchdown of the season, Matthew Golden. Finally, as a rookie, he scores a touchdown. Matthew Golden. And that's game. That's certainly game. Matthew Golden, 23-yard touchdown catch. (27-16), and the extra point hit, and it's no good. 11 point, 27-16, 11-point game. $11-point game. He missed it. It's over again. Unless they score a touchdown and get a pick 6. I guess. I don't know. First touchdown for Golden. That's probably game. Damn it. Good time to get his first NFL touchdown. That probably iced the game now. Now, to be clear, if the Bears get a touchdown and then get a pick 6 or a pick off and then get a touchdown off of it, waiting for the next drive. The Bears are probably screwed. Can the Bears find a quick touchdown and then have enough time to force the Bears to make a mistake? There's a chance the Rams get a home game if the Bears can't find a way back. There's the return to the 25, and that was a waste of time. First and 10. First and 10 for the Bears. They got to find a way. Williams throws. Caught by Odunze. First down. Williams throws short. Loveland just runs out of bounds. Second and 3. They'll be past midfield if they get a first. Incomplete. Third down. 5:41. Third and 3. Williams throws. Incomplete. Fourth and 3. They have to go for it. They have to go for it. Fourth and 3. They're going for it. If the Bears don't get it, oh my God, horrible snap. But there's a flag on the play, and it's on the Bears. 4 down. Fourth and 7. Fourth and 8. Williams throws. Caught! Odunze saves the Bears' ass. Wow. I mean, not that it's fully, but they keep the drive alive. Wow. Williams was hitting the ankle as he threw, but Odunze got in the right position. What a catch. First and 10 at the 30. Williams throws short, quick, and incomplete. And Odunze had no idea. At all. He wasn't paying attention at all. .503. Williams, second and 10. The pocket collapses, and he's going to throw it out. Third down. Third and 10. Williams Throws, caught. First down and more to the 15, to the 10. 10-yard line. 1st and 10. 1st and goal. Four-point game if they get a touchdown here. Williams. Time to throw down the middle. Incomplete. Quay Walker breaks it up. 4:21. Bears still have 3 timeouts. If they could get a stop and keep them from a field goal, the Bears could win it with a touchdown if they score a touchdown. Field goal would not help the Bears, but a field goal would ice the game for the Packers. The Bears have to get a touchdown. They have to stop the Packers, whether it's a pick out on punt, downs, and then score a touchdown. So Bears need 2 touchdowns. 2nd and goal. Throws and a touchdown for the Bears. There's your touchdown. Another touchdown for the Bears. Olamide Zaccheaus, touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus. Two-point try. They're going for 2. They're going for 2. 8-yard touchdown catch. And the Bears are going for 2. The Bears are going for 2 with 2 yards to get. 4:18. 24-27 if they get this, to make it a 3-point game. Caught! And it's good. And Loveland gets the 2-point. And it's 27-24. A pitch and catch there gives them a 3-point deficit. Zaccheaus with the touchdown. Get it down the middle. 3-point game. What's going on this half? If the Bears get a stop or they hold the Packers to a field goal, a touchdown wins the game. A field goal would tie it if it's only a 3-point game. They would have to get a touchdown. (27-24). 4:18 to go. 3 timeouts each. The Bears have to get a stop. Can the Bears find their way back? The Rams had a problem offensively. The Rams almost blew their game. The Packers are upsetting the Bears as of now, but just like the Rams, can the Bears win late against a game upset rival, but also lower seeded underdog? Santos kicks it to the 5, and they're going to run. And hit at the line at the 30. 30-yard line is where the Packers will start. Josh Jacobs gets it to the 30. 31-yard line. 4:12. Wait, is this just a bad tackle, or did the Packers get the ball? Or did the Bears get the ball? Or are they just being shithouse? They were just shithousing, yeah. Okay, 4:12. 3 timeouts each. Let's see what happens. And the Bears, if they win, they will host a playoff game next week. The question is against who? Could be the Rams. Could be the Eagles. Depending on what happens tomorrow. Hit. That's about a yard. 2nd down. Can the Bears get a stop? They could keep them from getting a field goal. They could tie the game with a field goal. They could win one with a touchdown. win the game with a touchdown, field goal ties, unless the Packers score a field goal, then it'd have to be a touchdown. 3:40 with 3 timeouts. If I'm the Bears, if I get the ball back, I'm going for a touchdown. 3:29. Love. Throws. Caught by Dobbs. Dear God. 34-yard pass to the 33-yard line for the Packers. The Bears defense did just enough to keep the Bears alive, but they certainly aren't doing enough to get this game back on their terms. Dumb. 1st and 10. That'll be a 0-yard run, and Jacobs is hit at the line, if not for a loss. 2nd down. Packers dumbly. Bears with a timeout. Bears took a timeout. Second down. Bears take a timeout. 2nd down and 10. See, the Bears defense had 3 good stops to start the half. They haven't had it recently. Dobbs is the MVP of the game for the Packers if they win. Jordan Love, 2nd and 10, 3:16 to go. Caught by Watson. No, Golden. Golden catches it. Matthew Golden with a catch. 3:11. He goes out of bounds. And Golden makes the catch at the 20. They're in the red zone with a 1st down. Bears got to keep this a field goal. They have to keep this a field goal. Golden with 71 yards and a touchdown after 3 catches. 1st and 10, 3:11. Hands it off to Jacobs, and he hit behind the line. 2nd down. Timeout for the Bears. Yep, they've taken their timeout. Please let the Packers choke. It'd be way too funny. 4 TD passes. Tied for most by a Packers quarterback in the postseason. Rodgers did it twice. Bart Starr did it. And Lynn Dickey did it. Brett Favre did not. I'm surprised Bart Starr didn't do it more. I'm also surprised Brett Favre never did. Rodgers doing it twice. Yeah, that makes sense. 2nd and 10. Hopefully Rodgers brings one of those performances for the Steelers on Monday night. With that being said, 2nd and 10. Over the top. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. All right. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. Edmonds, I'm surprised he didn't get called for a PI there. I'm surprised. 3rd and 10. Can the Bears make a stop? 24-27, 3rd and 10, 3:02. And a timeout for the Packers. Packers take their first timeout. The late game on the 25th is the NFC title game. The AFC game's the early game. I might go live for both, depending. But either way. This could be the game right here. Third and 10. 3:02 to go. 7 seconds on the play clock. Love takes another timeout. Snaps it. Incomplete. Flag on the play. That'll be a delay a game that makes it 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15. Both games today have been good. As a neutral, both games today have been amazing. 3-point game. 6 penalties for 60 yards, 2 penalties for 5 for the Bears. I guess one was declined. And that's going to be thrown. Dobbs, incomplete. 4th down. 4th down and 15. The Bears get a stop, and they force a field goal, which means a touchdown could win the game, which is exactly how you want it if you're a neutral. If the Packers miss, field goal could tie, touchdown would still be able to win the game. 2:56. Brandon McManus missed the extra point as long as a 52-yard field goal with the Broncos in 2015 in the postseason. 44-yard field goal attempt for McManus. And he will miss it. Brandon McManus missed the field goal. And a field goal will tie the game for the Bears with 1 timeout, 2:51 to play, and the 2-minute warning. The Bears will get the ball back at the spot of the kick. If the Bears score a touchdown, they'll have the lead. And a field goal would not tie the game for the Packers, so they would have to go for a touchdown. That extra point and the missed field goal really screwed the Packers there. Can the Bears make the difference? McManus missed the field goal. McManus bottling this. That was horrible. Pulls it wide. 2:51 to go. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Williams has no room. Has to throw. He does, an incomplete to Loveland. Threw a damn rifle and nothing there. Biggest choke I've ever seen. Well, no, I mean, how about, that was like 28-3. 5 scores and 7 chances when trailing 1 to 3 points in the final 3 minutes of 4th quarter and overtime. 71% likely Caleb Williams is going to have a game-winning drive, which is kind of what the Bears have done all year. Extra rusher down the middle. Loveland to the 45. 1st down. Keep the clock running. Keep it running. Keep it running. Keep the clock running. 2:26. 25 seconds to the 2-minute warning. 22 for 45 for Williams. 313 yards. 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Sometimes you just got to let it ride. It's funny how the Packers blew it both times in Soldier Field this year. There's going to be a timeout on the play, and it's on for the Packers. The Packers take the timeout. Packers take their timeout, their 2nd timeout. Why not let them run the play? Shit. Okay. 4 points whiffed. Brutal. Holy game management. I've seen the Packers do this before. 2:08. 3 wins by teams trailing by 15 plus in the 4th quarter. The last time was, of course, 28-3. Super Bowl 51. They beat the Packers. The Bears came back and beat the Packers in Week 16 after the Packers were up 6-0 at the half. So it's not as crazy as last time. Wasn't as crazy. Swift runs the ball to the 50, and it's 2nd down, and we're going to the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning, 2nd down. The Bears were down by 6 at the half. The Bears had to score 14 or 16 points in 2 quarters to win that game, and they won in overtime. Let's see. It was 13-3 in the middle of the end of the 3rd quarter. Then the Bears got a field goal. The Packers got a field goal. The Bears got a field goal and a touchdown at the end of the quarter, end of the game, to go to overtime, and they won in overtime a couple of weeks ago. That was December 20th. December 20th, which was 30 days ago. 30 days ago, so they've done it before. Either way, 2-minute warning. Can the Bears find a way to do it again? Come back from down to beat the Packers at home, and this time move on in the playoffs. 2 minutes to go. The Bears will host a playoff game no matter who wins tomorrow in the final NFC game. If the Bears win, they will host a playoff game. Whether the Eagles win, whether the 49ers win, the 49ers would be sent to Seattle. The Rams would come to Chicago. If the Eagles win, the Eagles go to Chicago. If the Bears win, Rams would go to Seattle. But $45. 2 more minutes. 3-point game. Bears are driving. Field goal ties. Touchdown wins. Second and 4 at the 48-yard line. 44-yard line to get a first down. Bears. Williams gets out to the outside, throws, incomplete. Moore does not make the catch. 154, 3rd and 4. And at the position they're in now, the Bears would have to go for it if they don't get the first down. If they don't get the first down, they're going to have to go for it. And one of their offensive linemen are hurt. Williams throws, caught, first down, Swift to the 30, to the 25, 148, and he's out of bounds. He ran out of bounds, 148. Hey, they got the first down, 148. Cairo Santos waiting if he's called to kick the game time field goal. But right now, the Bears are at the 25 with 148 to go. Williams throws over the top. DJ Moore, touchdown. And the Bears have the lead. For the first time all game, DJ Moore with a touchdown. 25-yard touchdown catch. Let's see if the Bears go for it or will they kick it. 27-30. And they will kick the extra point. They'll have a 4-point lead. The Packers will have to kick a field goal, have to go for a touchdown. And that's the extra point. 27-31. The Packers have to go for a touchdown. 27-31. The Packers have to go for a touchdown. Touchdown, Chicago. It's happening again, Cheeseheads. Are you a Bears fan? Packers have to go for a touchdown with 1:43 left to play. Any stop will end the game. 2 timeouts. 1 timeout for the Packers. They have 1 timeout on the minus side of the 2-minute warning. The Bears have 1 as well. Both teams have 1 timeout. Packers have to go for a touchdown. A field goal does not tie this game, thanks to the missed extra point. Bears lead. They were up against it the whole game, just like the Rams. The Rams were struggling with the Panthers, but the team who was the favorite, even though they were on the road, but, 8-9 and all that, the team who was the favorite won the game. The Bears were the favorite as the team hosting the game and almost lost to their bitter rivals. But right now, they have the lead and could win the football game. Don't do nothing stupid. Hit him at the 25. 1:36 to go. 1 timeout. Touchdown or bust for the Packers. They turn over the ball, they give up a 4th down. It'll be a turnover on downs or a pick or a fumble of some kind. Of course, they'd have to go for it on 4th down. A field goal does not do you anything. They have to go for the end zone. 1st and 10, 1:36. Can the Bears hold on? Can the Bears defense step up and be more like their early second half selves? 1:36. Love gets ready to throw. Has a rush in his face. Throws short to Jacobs, and he's knocked down at the 30. 1:26. No timeout yet. They have to be smart about this. 1:20. Running under a minute. 2nd and 7. Jordan Love throws. Incomplete. 1:08. 3rd and 7. Oh boy. The Bears are getting closer and closer to winning the football game. 3rd and 7. $108. Jordan Love. 1:08 to go. He has to find the 1st down here. And it's incomplete. 4th down. If they do not convert, the game is over. 1:05. If Jordan Love does not convert here, the game is over. And the Bears will move on to the divisional round. They were behind all night, and they found a way to overturn the deficit. 2 very good games if you're a neutral. If you're a fan of either of these teams, you're pissed off at least about a half of it. 4th and 7. Love. This is for the game. And it's caught. Golden makes the catch and gets out of bounds. 1st and 10 with a timeout and 1 minute to go. Nowhere near the end zone, which is exactly what they need, is a touchdown. Golden gets 13 yards, and they're still not past the midfield line. 1 minute to get 50-something yards. 1 timeout to play with. Jordan Love throws it, and Dobbs gets pushed. No, it's some other dude. 55 seconds. Some other dude. White. Josh White, also wearing the Guardian cap. Self-explanatory. 55 seconds. 2nd and 3. Dennis Allen's defense versus Matt LaFleur's offense. Past the midfield line. 2nd and 3. Love throws, and it's incomplete. Reed can't get the hand on it. 50 seconds to go. Bears fans are absolutely, they're worried as hell. I wouldn't blame them. 1 timeout and 50 seconds to play with. Romeo Dobbs. Will they go to him? 3rd and 3. Throws it. Dobbs with a catch. And it's 44 seconds. They'll take their last timeout. 44 seconds left in the game. Final timeout taken. Bears lead by 4. Packers have to get a touchdown. McManus. Why are they setting him up? 28, 29, 30. Field goal don't do you shit. Unless, I guess, they get to a 4th down. They're going to try to kick one and then kick the onside and then see what can happen. I guess that's what they're going to do. Now you're just getting harebrained. My God. 44 seconds. And it's 1st and 10. Thrown and caught and tackled with 38 seconds to go. And a player is hurt. 32 seconds. And there's a player hurt for the Packers. 32 seconds. And now they're getting closer. They're at the 20-yard line. They have to take shots at the end zone. 1st down. 22 seconds. What a game this is. .22 seconds. They're going to roll it to 22 seconds because they have no injury timeouts. They're going to roll it to 22 seconds. Dabbers. Tom Grossi's not happy right now. 1st and 10. $13 seconds. Don't spoil anything. 1st and 10. They have to take a shot at the end zone. 31-27. 20 seconds. They're going to roll the clock now. 18 seconds. Jordan Love. Jordan Love throws. Incomplete. 13 seconds. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 with 13 to go. Can the Bears hold on? Can the Bears hold on? Now the Packers have to go for the end zone. They can't do no field goal, extra field goal, onsides. They can't do any of that. They have to just go for it. 15 seconds on the play clock. think they're kind of wasting their time a little bit here. 13 seconds. Jordan Love, 22 yards away from a playoff win. And they're going to take the delay a game. What idiots. Penalty. Delay a game. 13 seconds. Will 13 seconds live in infamy for the Chicago Bears? Certified Hood Classic. This game is a Certified Hood Classic. "13 seconds. 2nd and 15. Now they get pushed back to the 28. No pass rush. And he throws it. And it's incomplete. 3rd down. Love drops the ball. 2 seconds. They push it to 2 seconds? Okay. 2 seconds. Because it's an NFL game. It's not just 90 minutes. Lots of commercials, too. 2 seconds to go. 3rd down. 3rd down. 3rd down. 3rd down. 2 seconds, 7 seconds to go. 3rd and 15. The Bears are seconds away from a divisional playoff berth and a wild card win. They got to keep it safe, though. And Love drops the ball. Love drops the ball. He doesn't know where he's going. Love gets rushed. Taking time. The game will be over. And it's caught. And it's dropped. The Bears win. The Bears win. Oh, my word. They made it tougher than it should have been, but the Bears move on. The Packers lose. The Packers are eliminated. Tom Grossi is crying. Tom Grossi is crying. 27-31 for the Bears. And nobody thought they could, but they did. The Bears move on. Well, halfway through, nobody thought they could. The Bears move on. They will either play the Rams or the Eagles, depending on the result of the 49ers-Eagles game tomorrow. If the 49ers win, it will be the Rams in Chicago. If the Eagles win, it will be the Philadelphia Eagles in Chicago. But the Bears will move on, and the Bears are going to the divisional round, and they'll play another game at Soldier Field. Wow. Drop ball. Love, he choked there. My God. And the Bears are going to the next round. With that being said, tomorrow we got some more games, or at least more to watch, but then we'll also be live. With that being said, within the hour, you'll get the review for both games on Saturday. We'll talk about both. I will see you within the hour for that review, Wild Card Saturday review. And I will see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for the Patriots versus Chargers. Chargers at Patriots. And we'll review all the Sunday games at the end of Sunday night. So I'll see you tomorrow. See you within the hour, then I'll see you tomorrow. Congratulations to the Bears. Congratulations to the Rams. Commiserations to the Panthers and Packers. What a good Saturday. Let's see what the rest of the weekend brings us. I will see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you.